بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
The concept of mass migration has dominated the history of the world and can be crudely described as a natural phenomenon for acquiring livelihood and the search for knowledge. After the First and Second World Wars, migration from the British Commonwealth countries was encouraged with a view to contributing towards rebuilding the infrastructure of the United Kingdom and reviving the economy devastated by these wars. Amongst these migrants, a significant proportion was of Islamic faith, and they settled in various parts of the country. During the 50s and 60s, many Asians and Afro-Caribbeans from the same batch settled in the London Borough of Redbridge, coexisting harmoniously with other faiths. Ramadan 1968, 1 Kingswood Road, Goodmayes. This is where it all started for around 1,000 Muslim residents of the Borough of Redbridge. Due to a lack of a proper place, Mr. Sher Ali Khan volunteered the 2 front rooms of his residence for evening Tarawih prayers and also after-school Islamic classes. Subsequently, Mr. Adam Patel offered similar facilities for Ramadan prayers at number 17 Cambridge Road, 7 Kings. For the first time, there was now a common space where local Muslims could congregate. On the 7th of August 1970, the centre registered its first ever memberships, and donations were received which eventually multiplied dramatically in the years to follow. Inspired by this vision, Muslims of Redbridge ventured towards buying their first property at 119 St Albans Road in 7 Kings in 1974, with the mission of converting it into a dedicated place of worship. However, within 3 years the community had a slight setback, as the planning application for that particular project was not approved by the local authority. The Muslim community of Redbridge did not give up. Instead, they moved forward, setting their sights and intentions towards Albert Road.
We never lost the hope and the courage. I eventually found this place which was quite derelict, St Albans Church Hall, 1978. So we purchased a small church hall which could accommodate up to 200 people in 1978, and from there on we grew up. And then gradually we expanded, we bought the adjacent property. And in 1986, we put application for planning permission for first purpose-built mosque within the Borough of Redbridge. It took us almost 6 years to get planning permission. The time was very hard. Alhamdulillah, after 6 years, we got the planning permission. And this huge building before use, we expanded beyond our expectation, beyond our dreams. The whole contribution comes from the members. We moved to our next door bungalows, which we bought subsequently. The backyard of the bungalow, we used tent, 42 by 21. So we were there almost 2.5 years into tent while this construction was going on. Because we couldn't curtail our activities, there was no other place to go about. For a Muslim, 5-day daily prayer is essential. For their Friday, which is a special day for the Muslim community. And we used to overflow on those days.
On the 19th of October 1997, Ilford's first ever purpose-built mosque was successfully completed.
And thank you Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the glory of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He has provided us this opportunity for His humble servant to serving the community, not only a Muslim community but other community as well. I think right from the beginning, the vision of our trustees was that Ilford Islamic Centre and its member should reflect the true reflections of the Islam, a brotherhood, a peaceful, cohesion society where everybody could live peacefully and respect each other's. And I think we have achieved that goal.
We got here almost 3,000 people on Jummah or any other big function, Eid functions. We have a place for 3,000 people. And today we have a well-known center in East London, and also we have provided the facilities for our local community. We thank all those people who help us developing this center.
Now that the place of worship is finally firmly established, Ilford Islamic Centre continues towards fulfilling the aspirations of the local community and engaging with other faiths. In view of addressing these problems in a more hands-on way, the centre decided that they should have more apt facilities to host activities and events that promote the community spirit and interfaith dialogue, involving children, women and the community at large. Consequently, in June 1998, the centre acquired the Mildmay car park site just opposite the mosque for its daycare and community centre. Construction work on the daycare community centre began in 2001. In July 2003, the centre finally opened its doors to the 45,000 Muslims of the London Borough of Redbridge, but more importantly, opened its doors to welcome all other faiths from Redbridge. There have been tremendous changes from 40 years ago, basically. We now serve a large population, a large community. We're one of the most prominent mosques in London, and to that effect, there's a lot of services that we provide now. We cater for educational establishments for any of their requirements, school trips. Universities come here just to learn about Islam. We have imams and other members of the community who are well versed in the religion and are able to communicate effectively what the true message of Islam is. We also provide community services for the youngsters, for the elderly and for ladies. It's something that we've known and have been conscious that we have to do. We're now at a stage where we have the facilities and the backing and the credibility, if you like, to do that on a much higher and more established level. We work closely with the police, with the interfaith organisations, and alhamdulillah, we have a very good reputation in that regard.
What we've been looking to do is build local community links. We want the children to have a wider experience of all the diverseness which is existing within their current community. So there have been trips to a Goodwill, there's a trip to a mosque, and it's that opportunity for children to have real life learning experiences. So rather than just having kind of in the classroom, having those discussions, having those opportunities, it's about that opportunity of actually seeing it in the flesh, being able to come here, being able to experience it. One of the beauties of this trip is the relaxed nature of the mosque, where the children are able to move around freely, they're able to talk to the local community, they get the initial input from the imam, so it builds on the lessons that we're kind of delivering within the classroom. And it's that chance and that experience to just kind of be out there in the community and to see what's out there, to be honest.
It's been really welcoming for the children, and I know there was a few children who come from different backgrounds who are a little bit sort of scared. They didn't know what they were going to expect coming here, so it's been really nice seeing how relaxed they've been and how much they've enjoyed and got from the session.
I was thinking, I think it might be a bit beautiful inside, and it was. So I enjoyed when the guy was telling us a lot of things about Prophet Muhammad and all these things, and he was praying, and I loved it to come here.
It's just been really lovely to see what it's like inside one. I've never been to a mosque before. I've grown up in this area my whole life, but I've never been inside a mosque. So it's been really nice to see the different rooms, how it's set out and things like that, and how welcoming all of the staff here have been. And seeing the call to prayer, that was really interesting because I've never seen that before. And the Imam's got quite a good singing voice as well, which is nice to see.
Our role here in the mosque varies from leading prayers to teaching to giving sermons to various other community projects that involve not only our local community and our Muslim congregation, but also our non-Muslim fellow citizens. As we know from the sayings of the Prophet that a perfect Muslim is the one from whose hands other people and their tongue are safe. So giving that safe environment, a person shouldn't feel insecure around Muslim. Being born here and brought up here allows myself with that skill and the ability to communicate, and also the experience of being British, being able to reach out to those that cannot be reached otherwise.
The things that I've really enjoyed about this mosque are the Imam. I can understand him, and because of that there's a really beautiful congregation. It's Somalis, Nigerians, Malaysians, Indonesians, Pakistanis, Bengalis all together, because the Imam relates to us quite well. The area is carpeted and clean, which is amazing to have.
I feel going to the mosque is good because you get lots of sawab from Allah and you get blessings from Him.
This masjid, alhamdulillah, it gives you that warm, friendly feeling, and all the teachers, they really connect with you as students and they increase your knowledge about Islam so much. I've learnt so much things, and I've also taught my mum. She forgot some of the things since she came, but then now she's sort of learning as well.
Not only teaches about Islam, but teaches how to behave as well, and how our ancestors behaved and how to behave around people that are not Muslim, treat everyone equally.
We can learn about the seerah of our Prophet and just about the Quran, about what the ayahs mean, and then we can just build our character.
This event is actually very exciting because you're versing other people in FIFA tournament, and if the winners will come to a final round.
I told my dad that I wanted to come here today and feel like how it was. I want to win every game. It's just like I'm like this. So I like to win every game. I don't like losing.
It's very fun. The people who win, they go to the quarterfinals, and then the people who win from the quarterfinals go to the final, and then the reward who wins is £50. My friends are also here. You can do anything. Ilford Islamic Centre, it's good that they're organising this because a mosque is not just about reading, learning, it's about fun as well. It's about meeting your friends, having fun in a responsible way.
It was fun today as it was my first time playing FIFA tournament.
If you're not playing, you can play other games. There's different types of games, and so you don't get bored. And there's actually food at the end.
A mixture of activities going on that we have every month that keeps the kids and people like me off the streets, and obviously keep us more active and with the masjid. Right now we've got imams that are helping us and playing with us kind of thing, so it keeps us really engaged with all these kind of beneficial communication skills and all the mixture of activities that we can do.
I'd like to give a shout out to Uncle Masood and Daniel and the mosque and Imam Muharram for deciding this. The biggest one is, I think, the mosque, because they organise everything. It's just really exciting to have the console on big screen, bring other consoles as well, so really like him.
Our next generation should take it over, and the next generation is the one who will be benefiting, and the other community will be benefiting from them, and particularly involve the ladies, youths, and working within the community. Ilford Islamic Centre has developed a relationship with the other communities, interfaith, three-faith forums, and various other communities, to working for the benefit of not only for the Muslim community, for the benefit of the community at large. May I take this opportunity in our 40th anniversary to thank each and every one of our donors who have contributed so generously toward this worthy cause. May Allah reward them in this world and hereafter, and particularly those brothers and sisters who passed away. May Allah give them highest praise in Jannah.